Hello, my name is Vladimir. I'm CTO at Nowtech Solutions. Today, I want to show you how to create an AI-based product using AI and no-code or low-code technology. The product that we're going to create today, it's called AI Social Media Copyright. And that's basically a light version of a feature that we have with the Now CRM called Composer, where we set a title, we set category, we set a persona, we give a prompt like, hey, please create an invitation to the stream. After that, we proceed and a copy is generated and adjusted to different social media channels like Twitter, Facebook, WhatsApp Messenger, Telegram, and so on. And what I suggest here, let's start with the design. What do we want to get? We need to design the presentation layer that eventually will be an HTML page. But before that, here I go to Draw.io or Diagrams.net, and I just create a small mock here with a number of input fields for the input, for the prompts, for the comments, and the boxes for the result. So we're going to have two input. One is what's a simple input, and the user is asked, what is it about? And we say, hey, it should be about the stream on AI product creation and so on. Okay, I think we need a button here. Button. Okay, let's use this one as a button. And we say submit. Okay, so once we have this input, we submit the prompt and we get the result here. Here is your copy. Okay, so this will be a simple HTML. The quickest way to create it is to go to ChatGPT. I think version 3.5 will suffice. And here we say, hey, please create HTML with bootstrap styles. This HTML should feature the following elements. And then we list them. So, well, writing prompts is art in itself. But I think with this, when we in concreto want what we want to get, we just put, we start from the generic tasks, but still it should be quite concrete. Like we say, hey, create HTML with CSS bootstrap style. And okay, so it understands that we want HTML, and this HTML, what do we want it to be like? And we say it should feature the following elements. One, input field for the prompt with placeholder text. What is it about? Or rather say with placeholder text, my campaign is about generate a copy. Then we say we can instantly ask for SMS add-on, input field for SMS add-on, and then we say text area with the result that is obtained after an HTTP request. I'll explain it in a while. We should send an HTTP request. And is set to the text area, which is basically here. Okay, let's see what it offers us. Okay, see, it generates HTML page. It references the Bootstrap style. It adds a bit of box, and then it even created a tool called Campaign Generator. Wow. And then we get a label, we get an input, we get a form, and yeah, we get a button, we get a text area, and yeah, it even generates and a bit of JS code. We'll perfect it in a while. Let's see how it looks. So what I do here, I just take this HTML and put it into a file on my local machine. And then I'm like, okay, so this one is called VS Code, Visual Studio Code. And it's basically a code editor. We don't need that much code, but we still need to create a bit of this one. And instead of H2, we say H1, and we say AI social media post writer. Okay, let's preview it. Okay, to me, this looks neat. We can say create a copy for to invite our colleagues to the stream. And for SMS add-on, we get, keep it short. And from what I see, it will probably glue, okay, it will just generate the result that the copy will appear here. So, okay, so we get the prompt, we get an add-on. So we use this prompt to get the results. But for this, we need to address an API of an AI service. And for our case, I guess we will be using Together.ai. Why Together.ai? Because it's really cheap. It features serverless models. It actually features a lot of open source LLM models. And it will help us, it will give us access, again, to an endpoint to which we can address and get a great copy. And it also has a kind of an UI similar to ChatGPT one. And we can play around with lots of models here. We can preview them. And for example, here it's this relatively new one called YI Chat. It's known to generate a lot of text and to be quite creative. And I guess we can try out the same prompt that we began flexing here and say, create a newsletter about tutorial on AI product creation. Let's see what it offers. Okay, it's quite productive, you know. It's it even creates the plan for contents here, and actually it makes sense. I kind of follow the same plan, you know. We just understand the basic, we like do a design. Okay, let's see another model just for the interest. I know that this one, Mistral 7B, is also quite productive. Let's see what it offers us. Okay, it's also quite creative. And it also gives a plan, but you know, I think it's too ambitious and too enthusiastic. But never mind that. Okay, so it's good that we can interact this through API. through UI. But what we need to do is actually to plug it in into our product, into our HTML page. And for this, we should read the docs. We don't need to go very deep into this. We just go to read the docs, and we see the models called serverless endpoints. And here we have a list of models that we just saw in the UI here. It depends. It has, some of them has a longer context length, so you can take a big, in simple terms, it can take a huge chunk of text, process it, and like do induction on top of it. And some are really fast. I mean, you can play around yourself with this. I think they get new models every week or so, because like last time I looked into it, it was this list was shorter. And yeah, to me that's a great thing. It has case specific models too. But whatever one we use it, again, whether it's this one with IY, not sure how it's spelled. Let's just see how we interacted via API. So we go here to API reference, and we have a basic example. What we need here is rather, not sure if we need inference. I guess we need completion. In some cases, the difference it's not that huge. And we have an example here. The model that's used by default, it's Together Compute read by Java Instruct. It's their own model, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, Together Compute. And we have, again, the idea here is to keep in the domain of low code, no code. So again, you don't need the knowledge of the programming of the coding itself, just being familiar with a couple of concepts like HTML, API, and understand just that this is simple, and copy it to our another code generator and ask the correct question. So I think we can take this shell command example. So basically, this is the request to this model. Again, it can be any other one, one of this list. And let's start with this. And right from the start, I guess we're able to use 500 or even 1,000 of tokens. Let's say like this. We remove the stop, and well, the rest is okay, I guess. So we just take this example, and we go back to our code generator. And what we ask here is we create a prompt in that we ask ChatGPT to add some of JavaScript. It's basically scripting capabilities for our HTML page. And we say, like, hey, here's the example of the request. Insert it into the function generate copy and use the result of whatever it returns. Okay, let's just sit and wait. Okay, see here, it actually prepares the request. It takes the prompt. So basically it continues, it remembers, it also keeps the context and remembers what we asked ChatGPT before, and eventually it prepares a request for us, and even sets the results of whatever is returned. It might not be perfect, but let's try. We're literally given a request example. So I just take this script and I go back to my HTML page and I just replace this one with what ChatGPT offered me. And okay, I won't be double checking. I won't be double checking. I just I refresh the page, and I just input it, and I say create a copy with an invitation to the webinar about no code AI product creation. And let's see what it offers us. Okay, probably it's launch a request. We debug and see the errors. There might be some. Okay, I see none. That means something is not right. Okay, we get the code here, so it should be okay. In console, we don't have any errors. So let's add a bit of logs. We just add console log, and we say, hey, data, let's see the data. Okay, sounds right. Let's just copy this prompt. Okay, well, it has been generated. Okay, the quality is not that good, but and it took a while, but that's okay. We know that the pieces of data that we should pick are in the choices key, and the first one, and with the index of 0. So for this, we go and say we take the data, else we will able to choices, then the choices, and then we do data, choices, 0, text. Okay. Okay, should be fine. Then okay, I didn't really like what this model generated. Let's see other models. That one that we just tried, which was Mistral and Y model. So yeah, we'll be able to get this one or even this one. Yeah, and it's not a big change. We just look into the code and we get the model name here. We just input another one and just test. Besides this, there's not so much to be done. So I'm curious to see what will this one give us. Okay, reloaded the page after the save, and we created again, we repeat this prompt. We say generate a copy. It takes a while to load. Well, we would have seen the error here. Okay, this one. Okay, basically that's our result. For social media promote a webinar, share it on the personal and business pages, groups. Okay. Okay, this one gave me instruction on how to on how to create on how to promote promote webinar on social media. Well, not bad, but let's see the model that we have already tried, which is Mistral Instruct. This one has a Instruct version 02. It's really huge. I think I used this one before. Okay, again, we save it. we reload the page. And I guess we can add also ask ChatGPT to increase the height of the text area to 4K, 400 pixels. Okay, so we just add, it can be min height actually. That's okay for our case. And we just add it in the text area. We add the style tag. We can say it's min height. Okay, that's okay. Ideally, we can also ask it to make it copyable. But let's keep it simple. Create a copy with an invitation to the webinar about no-code AI product creation. Okay, it sent a request. It takes a while to process. I believe some models are faster, some are slower. Okay, that's something that we got in the UI when we tested it. So see here, it's really flexible, and depending on the model, we get different results. So this one in instruct, maybe Y would render different result with that Y model. So we can play around as much as we want here by picking different models. Maybe this one, it's also okay. The open chat is known to be great. Then maybe we can use the llama that we tried. Again, this together, XT. So I mean, like every model from here has their own advantages. Has been tested. Has a lot of feedback on the Hugging Face and related sources. But I guess the result is quite okay for a while, and yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, if we think further from the product perspective, we can also we can make it possible to add this SMS add-on and then add another result for SMS and basically combine this prompt with SMS add-on. It will probably generate a shorter copy. And then from the product perspective, we can then add, a social to, a share to social media button. We can even ask ChatGPT, hey, please add share to Twitter button and open sharing. Okay, it gives some code, or maybe it's not perfect. Maybe it will work. We can just add this button and add the script. The way I do it, we can just add the share to Twitter. No, it's 6 now, but never mind. And I just take this function, because we already have the script, and I just add whatever it's missing. So we get as a separate file. And yeah, okay, it's quite smart. See, it kind of understood that it should take text from results and then share it to Twitter. And let's just repeat the procedure. Okay, generate a copy. Oh, we got a nice share to Twitter button. I wonder it will actually open a share dialog. Might not. Okay. Okay, it does. It does actually. Not bad. I know the text is too long, but yeah, it's quite fast. Like in a matter of of clicks, you can expand the features of your product. And another option it would be to go to, say you host a WordPress site. For example, our landing page is in WordPress, and we have a Divi builder. Idea is that we can create a page and say add new one and say composer light. Then we go and use Divi builder. Builds from scratch. It's a visual builder. You might be familiar with builders like this from somewhere else. And we basically add an element. We say it's code, or it's called code. And what we do is we just take this code, but not all the code, because we don't need head, but we need this one, and we need style. So we take these two, or rather, we just take all the body and all the script, but without the body tag, because this page already has body. So I will just insert it like this. Well, it's not the best practices. Don't treat it as an ultimate way of creating software. It's just interactive tutorial. And we have this code here. Again, we should add this style and link just to load the Bootstrap styles. Okay, should be okay. Okay, it gives us a nice preview. Let's see if the code is clean from what we can see. It's okay, and we just save the draft and publish it, and then we go to the edit page, composer light. Yeah, okay, basically we got what we had, and then let's provide the same prompt. Okay, it works. Again, this model is probably more adjusted to the instruction, but again, it's really easy to take another one and just change the name. Again, with these visual builders, it's even simpler. It's the same code that we created as a web page, but you just edit this element, and we find the line where we have to change the model, and with a couple of clicks, it's there. We just okay, that's right. We save it. It's published. We reload the page. Let's keep this one, and here we will get a different result, of course. Okay, so I'll check for the errors. Oh no, can you make it more concise? Here's the summary, blah blah blah. Okay, okay, it's okay. It gives a really long reply. So again, as mentioned before, it's possible to play around with it for a long time. And yeah, here we go. We got. I guess it's time to recap it. So we started with an idea to create a AI social media copywriter light version, and we created the layout, the design in the Draw.io diagrams.net. Then we asked GPT to generate HTML, basically the UI, the presentation part. And then we understood that we need to use an API for this. And we just went to Together.ai to API docs, took a request, asked with a proper prompt, we asked ChatGPT to add the, sorry, it's gone, to add the code to that. And we just saved all the HTML and all the JS code here. open it locally for a preview, test it, play it around, and then eventually embed it in the our page builder at our landing page. So I think we have here, it's really fast to create AI products. You don't need, a development team. You don't need a complex code. As long as you have an HTML page or a WordPress page, it's possible to be done, and then you're only limited by your imagination. Yeah, that was it. Thanks a lot, and yep, thank you. See you. Bye.